Have you ever wondered what happens to love-deprived children? Today, we delve into the dark history of Romania's orphanages during the oppressive reign of Nicolae Ceausescu, a time when a nation's economy crumbled and the government's insane policies gave rise to a surge in the number of children confined within the bleak walls of these institutions. The ban on abortion and contraception and taxes on not having children left thousands of families with no choice but to abandon their offspring, hoping that the state could offer a better life. The reality, however, was far from it. Stripped of love and affection, the children lived in conditions that can only be described as inhumane. Malnutrition was rife. Their frail bodies rocked from side to side in their cots in an endless plea for comfort, for attention. In this dire situation, every child imprisoned in these institutions developed many obvious signs of autism. It is difficult to watch the footage of how these children in Romania's orphanages were treated. Imprisoned in cots, no toys, no love. Naked and emaciated, rocking from side to side, terrified. What sort of people could treat children like this? People that have inevitably turned narcissistic in the context of extreme scarcity due to a collapsed economy. What happened to the brains of children in receipt of such treatment? They all became autistic. Selective mutism, repetitive movements such as rocking and stimming, scattered attention, catatonic, delayed language, lack of imaginative play, avoidant of others, avoiding eye contact and huddled in the corners. These are some of the traits common to children leading a loveless life. Some of the staff of these places became mean-spirited to the point of cruelty. Under Ceausescu, abortion and even contraception were banned, while at the same time, most of the country's food was being exported to pay off national debts. Under such a genuine environment of scarcity, some poor families were rejecting offspring that showed signs of imperfection and sending them to the orphanages. Apparently, there were 500,000 children in these places. As I pause the video and look at the faces of the children, I see the same expressions as I saw on my own face and on every other patient while I was on the psych ward having been sectioned. Some looked so distant as if not really there anymore. Others looked straight back at the camera, with faces gnarled by terror, imploring the viewer to intervene. Most of the kids had no clothes on. Apparently they were collectively washed with a high-power hose pipe. They all seemed to have scabs and bruises and scars all over them. Could you be different if you were one of these children? No, you couldn't. Could you be different if you were one of the staff? What if you needed the job to be able to feed yourself and your family and had no prospect of another job? What if the choice was either to have a breakdown yourself or toughen up? Or do we think there is another choice? Do we think we could save 500,000 children all by ourselves? I'd like to think I would have been better than these seemingly cruel staff. But how could I? The ratio of staff to children looks like 30+1. Could I give emotional and cognitive support to 30 autistic kids? No chance. So, would I pick a few favorites? What would that do to the ones I didn't choose to help? If the others wanted the same treatment, would I tell them to get lost? How would that make me different from these staff? Or would I drown in the need? Or would I toughen up and distance myself? It was the environment that made these children into what you see in the footage of this video, not their genes. The staff too were a product of the environment. This is not a message of hopelessness, quite the opposite. If the environment changes for the better, then mental health changes for the better. The key to overcoming mental ill health is to create a safe, secure, loving environment. Simple.